And welcome guys, I'm H2O Splash, and welcome to this new video, which is basically going to show any newcomer, or even seasoned gamer, how to get overpowered early on in the game. Now through this run I am in particularly going to be creating my own build, which is the Grim Reaper build. But during this we'll have a choice of 3 weapons. One will be the Great Scythe, Zweihander, and also the Gravelord Sword. Now the Gravelord Sword needs a base stat of 24 strength, but it has a scaling of E. Needs a dex requirement of 13. The Great Scythe needs strength 14 and dex 14. So as you can see here, I've gone primarily for the bandit, just for the fact all I have to do for the time being is increase dexterity. But I'm going to cap the dex at 14. Now even though it's really good scaling on the Great Scythe, I'm going to turn the Great Scythe into a fire weapon, and once we turn it into a fire weapon, it doesn't scale, it takes the scaling stats off, hence the reason why we only need 14 dex. Now there will be a lot more going on later on once we build the basic level build. There's rings we need to get, there's a miracle we need to get, well that will come in other parts of the video. And like I say, there is a really quick way of running the said gauntlet to get these items and to get this as quickly as possible. But for the sake of ease and the fact that if you're a new player and you haven't really got a clue, I'm going to show you the easiest noobish way of still completing it. So we won't be following the normal route in Dark Souls, we're going backwards to a degree. Then once we're completely done, we'll progress through normally. So without further ado, as you can see here, big name is Grim Reaper, sex male, class is bandit, gift is Master Key. I've gone for very slim, and that's for the cosplay reason of when I get the armor, which will be wearing the gold hemmed robe, I want to be as slim as possible. The Dubious Karam, which I've selected, gives you a really pale look, and hair shaved and black doesn't make any difference whatsoever. So, without further ado, let's crack on. I will be skipping the intro, it's just, you can watch the intro yourselves, it's absolutely fine, but we won't be watching. And normally a lot of people do runs and they miss this kind of things out, but I'm going to do it anyway. A lot of people start at Firelink Shrine, but I'm not going to do that. So you pick up the key, go through the door. These signs on the floor show you different camera controls and button controls. Lock on right stick. Just click down and it'll lock on. R1 for light. And R2 for heavy. You will pick up the controls as you go along anyway. You light the bonfire there, there's no need to rest. Your silent dealing will drop down. We run through. Gate will lock. Don't worry about him yet, we will get him in a minute. Quick rest. And the first item I'm going to pick up is our shield. Make sure you equip that. He's going to carry on firing arrows at us. Now, that's who we want to go and see, Oscar. He's the one who basically threw us down the key to get out. Up here, there'll be a ball rolled down, so just jump off to the left here. Well, the right.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you? Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead is silent when thou ringest the bell of awakening. Well, now you know. Oh, one more thing. An Estus flask. Oh.
Oh, and this. Just a key to get out.
Bid farewell. I would hate and thank you.
If you listen closely, you'll hear his death rattlers run upstairs. There he goes. Shit. Fuck you. Couple enemies there, just try and draw them out. Of a Robin Hood. Yeah, up that. Now we're going to take on... You can't really call it the first boss. Although when I first ever played this, it was. It really was. Try and keep behind him. Not like that. Certainly not like that. Have a little chug by the butt. And he landed on me with his big stinky arsehole. I certainly made a bit of a meal of that. If you're wondering how I did that drop attack as well, all you need to do is lock onto the silent demon. Oh, gone the wrong way. Silent demon. Have I gone the wrong way? Yeah, it's over here. And use R1, hold on to R1, and when it does, it'll do like a drop attack and take a big chunk of his health out. Any seasoned players watching, I'm certainly not asking you to, teaching you to suck eggs. You know this already. Maybe taken to Lordran by the Crow. I'll cut the video, and we're now in Firelink Shrine. Now we're in Firelink Shrine. There's going to be a few different routes I'm going to take initially. This is just for collecting different items, just to give you that little bit of boost before we do the main run for the builds. You can talk to this guy over here. This fallen warrior.
Well, what do we have?
Just give you a bit of a hint of what you need to do.
Must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the but there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are actually 2 bells of awakening. What, ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it?
Okay, let's level up. Now what's our dex up to? We may as well get up to 14 so we know we've got our base stats for our Great Scythe all in place. We're not going to go any higher than 14 dex as well. Let's have a look. We're on to round off at 15. Now, attunement, we want 1 slot, so we may as well get this early. We may as well get that to 10, and the rest in vitality. It's not a lot, I know, but it does give us that base stat level. Now, we're going to start on the normal route, because we need to get our bow. Now, we've got 1,000 souls left, and we'll collect some on the way. Kill these up here and then we'll come back down. Oh, you little shit. Stop it. You can stop it in all. Right, make your way back down there after I feck that up. Now we're going to make a little jump here. Run down here, get this item. Ring of Sacrifice. Now think about the Ring of Sacrifice. Any point during the game, we're not really going to run any risk run for our souls. But if you're carrying quite a lot of souls and you think you're going to die, you can always throw one of them Ring of Sacrifices on. And when you die, the ring will break, but you will not lose souls. Over here, get these. Oh, you little fecker, you. Before we go through the fog gate, we're going to come down here, roll off here, through the barrels, drop down, pick up the item. Now, was somebody down here? Anyway, that. Let these climb over. Keep an eye out behind you. Little shits they are, honestly. Remember to knock these off. Fucking Klingons. The key thing for doing this run is you come all the way down here. And we get humanity. But we're going to land on his head then. Now we can go through the fog gate. The Hell Kite is going to come down. Let him fly away. Now these guys up here, they're going to come at you, so just let them come to you. Shit. Have a little chug on the old Sunny Delight. Now, because we have a master key, we can open this door. It's not a really great shield, but there anyway for the taking. There is a bonfire up there to the left across that little bridge. We won't be using that yet. Now we're coming down to the right here. Watch out, a little sneaky attack, Dark Souls style. On the roof here, there should be some throwing daggers. Or throwing knife. Now, while you are down below, there's a little bit of scaffolding there with a room above. Now below here, though, there is a window, which normally thinks, maybe I can make the jump, but you can't. That's why you have to come up here. Then you have to run. And he misses. Oh my god! What the fuck? Welcome to Dark Souls. Time to get good, scrub! Okay, so we're back in Firelink Shrine. And we're gonna have to make that run again. But we will cut it out. Okay, let's level up. Now what's our dex up to? We may as well get up to 14 so we know we've got our base stats for our Great Scythe all in place. We're not going to go any higher than 14 dex as well. Let's have a look. We're on to round off at 15. Now, attunement, we want one slot, so we may as well get this early. We may as well get that to 10, and the rest in vitality. It's not a lot, I know, but it does give us that base stat level. Now, we're going to start on the normal route, because we need to get our bow. Now we've got 1,000 souls left, and we'll collect some on the way. Just kill these up here, and then we'll come back down. Oh, you little shit. Stop it. You can stop it in all. Right, make your way back down there after I feck that up. Now we're going to make a little jump here. Run down here, get this item. Ring of Sacrifice. Now think about the Ring of Sacrifice. Any point during the game, we're not really going to run any risk run for our souls. But if you're carrying quite a lot of souls and you think you're going to die, you can always throw one of them Ring of Sacrifices on. And when you die, the ring will break, but you will not lose souls. Over here, get these. Oh, you little fecky, you. Before we go through the fog gate, we're going to come down there, roll off here, through the barrels, drop down, pick up that item. Now, was somebody down here? Anyway, that. Let these climb over. Keep an eye out behind you. Little shits they are, honestly. Remember to knock these off. Fucking Klingons. The key thing for doing this run is you come all the way down here. And we get humanity. But we're going to land on his head then. Now we can go through the fog gate. The Help Kite is going to come down. Let him fly away. Now these guys up here, they're going to come at you, so just let them come to you. Shit. Have a little chug on the old Sunny Delight. Now, because we have a master key, we can open this door. It's not a really great shield, but there anyway for the taking. There is a bonfire up there to the left across that little bridge. We won't be using that yet. Now we're coming down to the right here. Watch out, a little sneaky attack, Dark Souls style. On the roof here, there should be some throwing daggers. Or throwing knife. Now, while you are down below, there's a little bit of scaffolding there with a room above. Now below here, though, there is a window, which normally thinks, maybe I can make the jump, but you can't. That's why you have to come up here. Then you have to run. And he misses. Oh my god! What the fuck? Welcome to Dark Souls. Time to get good, scrub! Okay, so we're back in Firelink Shrine. And we're gonna have to make that run again. But we will cut it out. So, as you can see here, with modern technology, we can cut out the shit, and we are now back where we died. Let's pick up our souls. Now we're going to try and line ourselves up, because obviously I can't do it. And jump across. There we go. Come up the stairs. Round to the right. The light crossbow is really handy. We'll pick up a few more bolts as well. Crossbow will come in really handy when we go to a certain area later on. I know we came down here before. That's where we went down last time. We're going to come out here now and speak to the undead merchant.
Well now, you see, then you are. I trade.
Right. Purchase item. What we want is... Now, we could get the residence key now, but we won't. We'll get that later. Do want, though, is short bow. And we want some bolts. We only have 16, so we're going to get a few more bolts. And we're going to get some standard arrows. $100 to us.
Thank you kindly.
Because we've not rested at any of the bonfires, we could bone back, but it is a really quite a simple... Oh, what we're doing? Run back to Firelink Shrine. Just to save on our bones. Bones, bones. Beware, the enemies will have reset down here. Because we've gone from one area to the next. till he's finished his fit. Right, hit. Should drop off. And he will now. Make our way back to a Firelink of the Shrine. Don't know what our requirements are at the moment for leveling up. Oh, we're a bit out. Did we pick up? Oh, we did pick up, didn't we? Let's use one of them. See what we get. Okay, let's use one more. That should give us one level. I'll put it in bit. Make sure we equip our bow. Arrows. And we've still got a light roll as well, which is good. Okay, so that is basically the intro, just to get you started. Cleared up everything around here. We've been down towards the Undead Dragon. We've gone up into Undead Burg. We've got our bow, and we've gained ourselves a few levels. Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. We're going to do the run through Catacombs. We shouldn't be going there so early in the game, so it can be tricky. Especially if you want to speed run through and do it quite quickly. We're not going to do that. We're going to tactically go through, so new players can literally follow what I do and theoretically not have a problem. We have a few things we need to do. One, we need to take out as many of the necromancers as possible. Because these skeletons, if you down them, and the necromancer in the specific area is still alive, the skeletons will come back alive. So we need to kill the necromancers. 2, we need to get the Great Scythe. 3, we need to get the Gravelord's Sword. 4, we need to kill a boss to get the Rite of Kindling. Now, the Rite of Kindling means, like, if I rest at this bonfire, most other bonfires, apart from the Firelink Shrine one, which has 10 Estus Flasks, most have 5 as a preset. Now, with the Rite of Kindling, you can actually, using Humanity, increase that to 20 Estus Flasks, which always comes in handy early on in the game. But remember, you need, in human form, 3 to upgrade a standard bonfire. 5 if you are undead. So pick early on your bonfires wisely, as humanity isn't that widely available early on in the game. So in the next part we are going to do the run through Catacombs, but our main, going to be doing a few different runs back and two. First primary run is to get the Great Scythe. This is where it gets funny. Well, I say funny, more like watching me fail. Okay, so let's get prepared for the run. Now, before we run down there, I'm going to run all the way through the enemies into the Catacombs and get to the first bonfire. Now, protecting the first bonfire is our first necromancer. We'll have to melee him down, which can be quite difficult, especially if the skellies follow you, which, i.e. sprinting, hopefully they won't, but there is a possibility they will. Get up. There's a definite possibility I'm going to die here. And start sprinting. Just keep an eye on your stamina. Let it regen wherever possible. We do have the Grasscrest shield, so it does help. Now RNG, the first skeleton we come to, normally does a jumping attack and will jump straight past you. But sometimes he doesn't, and there's exploding heads. Like pinkish heads in here. You'll see him just down there now. Like, oh, there we go. He's going to jump at us. There we go. RNG at its best. Keep running down, straight left. And then swing round. Hopefully get your shield up. Dagger him. That's it. Oh! Wow. Just in time. As you can see, his enemies are quite tough. Like I say, we're really going to take our time, no risks. Now you can light the bonfire, just don't rest at it. As part of these runs, we're going to have to run back all the way through here in human form because there's a summon that we need to fight the boss later on. Push this in. Now we're going to sprint through. These may follow us. We don't want that either. They have followed us. What you can do is run away. Quit the game. What that'll do is reset the enemies. And another thing I may not have mentioned, or do this in offline, because when you come in human form later on, we don't want any shenanigans of anybody invading us and fecking up our runs. Heal up. Come just to about here. He may aggro. What we're going to do is shoot him in the head. When we lit the bonfire before and we ran out, those skeletons were already up. What you could do, you could exit out and restart. That would reset the enemy. And then run out. If you keep on sprinting to here, they normally won't follow you. We get 1,000 souls for that. Pull him in. Take your time and get behind him. Then come out. Get trapped. This first run through here that we're going to be doing now is probably the hardest. Once this is done, we do create ourselves some shortcuts. Try not to attack them too much from the front because they have the habit of doing great parries on you. Like I say, you can run past all these, but we are doing this so anybody who's following this, who's a new player, can actually do this with ease. I'm taking literally minimal risk. Now, as we come across here now, just stop about here, turn round. You'll see these skellies here. Hit them. They'll fall to their death. Now, key thing here, we can now see the next necromancer. It's quite difficult to do. But it does make things so much easier for us in a few minutes. That's why we got so many arrows. It is a bit cheesy, but it works. Right, in here we have a boa next to us here. It's going to be a bit of a pain in the arse in a minute. We've got this one here. Let's him come in. Excuse me. This is the most difficult part now. Now, there's the one over there we can ignore. This was the one we want to come in. Bring him back here. Come on, Skelly. Keep to the left. Yeah. Try not to go too far in there as well, because it will pull that other enemy. We don't really want that. Let them do all the work. Try not to hit him from the front because they will parry you. Try and goad him. There we go. Nope. Not going too far out. Come on, monkey boy. If I remember rightly, we've got to keep left. One's going to spawn now. Come on. Once you get used to doing these backstabs as well, you'll be doing like second nature. It isn't really difficult. Well, you can't fire through there. Keep left. No one will spawn here. Come on, monkey boy. Whoops. And then we're going to go first left here. Round. Have we aggroed somebody? I think we have. Yes, we have. You certainly don't want any of these skellies coming up behind you and giving you shit. The last thing we want. Actually, I think there's an item. Was there an item down here? No. Right, let's just say we come left, come down. We have the boa there. We have another one here. Gonna drop in here. Run back round. Got the archer over there. A little bit of a scratch to the head. Like, what the fuck have you just done to me? There we go. Select this item over here. Now, that bridge see before, that's where we killed the two skellies. They jumped off. And in there was the other necromancer. Now they can cause you load of shitty grief. And it's the reason why we killed them the way we did. Now remember, there's some pink heads here again which explode. These statues fire spikes out, so always keep a bit away from them. If they do that, they do give a bit of a prime, they'll get away. Here we have one coming in. Same procedure as before. And we have two. I'm not taking two of them on. If that happens, which doesn't normally happen, just do exactly the same as I did. Just come out. Go back in. The only problem I've just realised is it doesn't reset everything. I just had a bad feeling then it resets. Oh, it does. Just not in the immediate area. Okay. They should still run off and kill themselves. Let's pull him in. Don't need to see me. That wasn't too drastic a choice, actually, resetting. And still. Getting air out of the way. Hopefully the other one doesn't come. Shit. This is going to be a pain in the ass. Come down? Okay, he's come down. As you can see, this still didn't go to plan, but it's not too bad. We've only got 2 Estus flasks left, but we don't really need them. We'll be alright. Theoretically. He says. Right. Keep left. Left again. Out the door. Now we have got that head there we need to explode. Okay, so that's that down. Oh, you bastard! There's a final skelly. He hasn't seen us, he will in him. Oh, he has seen us. We're alright. I know this is a bit long-winded, but I assure you it does work. The only problematic thing we did have is those 2 skellies coming at the same time. You just got to be a little careful. So come along here, stay away from those statues because, like I say, the spikes do come out. I think that's all the skellies now. Yep, run down. As you can see, Patches is over there. Push this. Now this has turned this bridge over. Now instead of going through that door, we're going to roll off to the right down there. Then run up here. I think the idea is you talk to him first.
Best of luck with your pilgrimages or missions. This place is treacherous.
So he's now... I think you have to say yes. I didn't even read it properly, to be fair. Now he's turned that bridge over. But what I want you to do is go across a little bit and then come back. Watch the bridge, see it turns. He aimed to do that so that you would die. That's Patches. He's going to probably deny everything now, as he normally would do.
Oh, well, how are you then? I slipped and flipped.
Yeah, bet you did, mate.
It didn't cause you any trouble, by chance?
No.
Oh, really? Yes, I see. Rightio, then everything's good, isn't it? I'm Trusty Patches. Oh, what, you and I, just a couple of undead outcasts.
So you don't get any...
Oh, then I'm you.
Okay. Well, let's put it right the back way anyway. I think there's certain options you can get for different rewards, but I can't remember which is which. But it's irrelevant. Right, what we're going to do now is come along here. We're not going to go across there. We will be using that later as a shortcut. Now I want you to come in here. Don't worry about that way. It is blocked off at the moment. I want you to just step out here. Just be very careful now. Drop off to our right. And then drop off to our right again. Now, there's another necromancer there, which we don't really want to just, you know, interrupt yet. There's our great scythe. We do want to kill the necromancer. So I want to equip bombs. And not do that. That should have killed him. Now we have everything in place now. What we're going to do, we are going to bone back to Firelink Shrine. Now we are going to keep these souls. We are going to be using them soon. Now this is where it gets a little bit more difficult. First of all, we need to become human. We are offline, so you don't need to worry about invaders. The next part is we are going to kill Pinwheel the boss, but with the help of another summon. Or, when we get in there, we could go and get the Gravelord's sword. Do that. Which... don't know what's better. We're in human form now, so we'll do the boss fight first. Bone back. Then go in, get the Gravelord's sword, bone back, and then we'll go and see Vamos, our blacksmith, which will then upgrade our great scythe. Okay. As we said, the next phase we are going to take on Pinwheel the boss and get the Rite of Kindling. Same principle still applies. We haven't used any of our souls yet. We can use them later on. We are offline. We shouldn't get invaded. Well, we won't get invaded. Just take your time running through. Keep an eye on your stamina bar. Hopefully we get decent RNG with the first skeleton. And he jumps straight past us, but you never know. Straight round to the left. And just keep running straight through now. Keep running. The skeletons shouldn't follow you. Took ourselves in here just to make sure they're not following. Okay, pull the first one over. Him over. But we don't have to go through there again, which is the most trickiest part in organising all that and getting the bridges right. That part is a pain in the arse. Come on. Yeah, your head's on. Come on. 20 hours. Just come at me, will you? Okay, that's cleared the path. Now we come back to here. Remember, this is, we turned this over before. Line yourself up, roll off. Done. And then what we're going to do is come round to our right again. If you just look down there, like a ledge, roll off. Heal up. See the summon sign down there? Aim for that. And drop off. Put the item. Let's summon him in. Good old Paladin Leroy, the Chuck Norris of Dark Souls. Now as he's summoning, there's another item just here. If you just drop off very carefully, once he's summoned, he will kind of do his own thing for a bit. So don't worry about him. And I can't believe he did that. Right. And then leg it down here. Hopefully nothing follows us. Getting through the fog wall. Run forward. And we're going to wait here for Leroy now. He should follow us in. Come on, Leroy. There he comes. He's only lost a bit of health. Come on, Leroy, I'm here. Leroy. 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 Come on. Fucking lunatic. Right. The quick tactics of this. You will have Pinwheel. He has a couple of attacks. Big Massive Fireball, which hurts. AoE, which hurts. And he will summon mirror images of themselves. What you need, like clones. So you need to concentrate on the clones. They only take one hit to destroy. The more clones we can get down, the more Chuck Norris here can concentrate on the boss. And he can, with his big hammer, actually two-hit the boss. So, hopefully it goes alright. Just try and dodge, stay out the way, kill the clones, and let Leroy do his dirty work. This is what we want. Come on, Leroy. There we go. Nice and easy. Lemon squeezy. Bit of a nice Carlton to finish off the boss fight. Right, we got the Rattle Kindling, Humanity, and Onward Bone. Now he does drop a further item. It's normally one of 3 masks. Mask of the Father, Mask of the Mother, and Mask of the Child. And we got the Mask of the Father. We have had good RNG in this. Now, the Mask of the Father. This mask belongs to the Valiant Father. Slightly raises equipment load. Now, a lot of people use this for Big Daddy runs. But we won't be really using it. But it is one of the harder ones to get. Right, we have now got the right to kindling. We are now going to bone back to Firelink Shrine. Now we're not going to use any of our souls yet. What we're going to do now, I'm going to cut some of that out, but we're going to make our way back to the catacombs. Okay, so we are now back in the catacombs. I've ran all the way through, killed the 3 skellies that are here. Now we're going to go for the Gravelord Sword, even though we're in human form. So what I'm going to do, and I do have a lot of souls, we are at risk here. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to equip my Ring of Sacrifice. Just as a precaution. So, to get where we need to go, come up here as we did before. Now, you could get rid of these skellies so we don't drop down on you. And they'll fall to their death. Roll off. Then come back to here. Where we rolled off before, we roll off again. Be careful of that. Now this is the tricky part. To get into the coffin, to go to the Gravelord Covenant, to get the Gravelord Sword, we need the Eyes of Death, or a Eye of Death. Detecting said Eye of Death is a Titanite demon. So we're going to run down the right. Run down. Get the Eye of Death. Run back. Stay to the right. And he hit me. Keep running out. Heal up. Now, it should get a bit bored in a minute. Normally, you can get past him by running down the right and then coming back down the right, but he did a jumping attack instead. Which, you know, bad RNG. So hopefully we should have him less threatening right now. I'm hoping. No, he's not. Yeah, he's proper angry now, isn't he? Tell you what we'll do. We shall quit the game. In case that happens. Go back in and he should have reset. So as we run in now, keep to your left and should be your first coffin here. Going in. And we haven't aggroed him. Wait in the coffin because we have the Eyes of Death. Wait a little bit longer. There we go. Now, I'm going to cut the cutscenes, but you can watch them. Okay, once we're in the Tomb of Giants. Round to the right. And pray. And that gives us the Gravelord Sword and the Miracle Gravelord Sword Dance. Now I'm trying to think of a way around. Can't really do it. Okay, so we're going to bone back. Okay, and the next thing we're going to do, I'm going to cut out this bit as we run to the catacombs. We're going to go through the catacombs once again. And this time we're going to find the blacksmith Vamos. Okay, we're back in the catacombs. We killed the 3 skellies. Now, we are going to visit the blacksmith. Remember to come about halfway over, look down, line yourself up, and roll off. This time we're going to come across here. Be wary of a few skellies coming across. Push him off. Come out to our steps here, which we did originally when we went through the Great Scythe. Drop off to our right. Now what we're going to do, we're going to push this so it's done for later. Now there is a skelly there. That gets his attention. And what we're going to do, we're going to go down to the right here. And we're going to roll off onto here. Little chug. Drop off here. The key item here is a green Titanite shard. Stick to the wall, hug down and slide down. Drop in through the hole. We are now at Vamos. Now what we're going to do, we're going to upgrade our scythe because this is part of my build. Now remember, you do have other builds that you could do at this point. Let's get the weapons. You have the Zweihander. We're not really touching that because it actually can only be upgraded with Demon Titanite, which is quite hard to come by, but we don't really need to upgrade it that much as we go along anyway, because it's really powerful. And we don't have the stats as yet to wield it. What we're doing is Great Scythe, wherever it is. There we go. That's what we're going to be doing, and I'll show you what. You normally need 7,200 souls to get the 9 Titanite shards, but we did drop one. That's going to save us a little bit of money. 800, I think. We're only going to buy 9 Titanite shards. 8, sorry. Normally you may have to buy 8, but just check in case you've actually picked up any on the route. We're going to reinforce our weapon. Now we're going to modify equipment. We're going to take the Great Scythe +5 to a Great Fire Scythe. And that is now done. What we're going to do, we're going to bone back. We now have, I'll show you now, 130 physical, fire 130. Now as you can see there, the parameter bonus, there's no scaling because we've now turned it into a fire weapon. The next thing we need to do is farm green Titanite shards, which is a whole new ball game. We have to go to another pain in the arse area to do that. But we are getting there. We are nearly there with the base build that we're doing. And he just committed Harikari and jumped off there then. So like I said, you could have chosen to do that with the other weapons as well and build it into a fire weapon. A lot of people do a Zweihander build. But we are nearly there. We are getting closer and closer to the Grim Reaper build. So in the next clip, we are going to run to another new location and farm for 10. I think it's 10. We'll look at the stats on it anyway. But I think it's 10 green Titanite shards, which we need to upgrade our weapon. And then we are going to kill another boss in that said area. And then another boss in said area. So we can get the gold hemmed outfit, which is part of the cosplay goal we have for the Reaper build. So guys, we'll see you soon. Okay. We are now back and we're going to do the next part where we do have to go down to the dreaded Blighttown. I'm going to show you guys where we need to farm for the green shards. Mr. Grim Reaper's definitely looking a little bit pale. Go back around here, open the gate. Can get quite nasty in here. Take your time to get to the farming area, we should be fine. And not do that. That was silly. They normally fall off. Look at them up there. I'm going to try and speed away to the bonfires. We've already been poisoned. Really? No. Okay, so we're back at Phalanx Shrine after that feeble attempt to get him back down to Blighttown. So we haven't got our souls at the moment. We'll make another run back. I shouldn't have fired my crossbow. It just pulled both of them in and that was it. Then it all went pear-shaped after that. Might do. Can't even dual wield at the moment. I haven't got the right stats. And what am I? Right. Whoa. Didn't change the camera angle then, nearly went for it. This time we're not going to take any risks, we're just going to run past them all. Oh, you son of a bitch! Why, oh why? I hate this place. Why? My life sucks right now. I think we might be able to make it. If we hurry. We'll have to be quick though. Well, that was close, and we didn't even pick up our souls. So we are going to actually do that. are going to do, so we can quickly... Only got 2 bones left as well. Got it. Not taking no risks. It's not the end of the world if we do lose them anyway, to be fair. These pesky little flies as well. Stop it now. No. No! Get off the ladder. Jesus Christ. Not meant to be this messy. But it is what it is. Right, now we can start doing it properly. We are gonna first hollow in. We're gonna get an NPC invasion in a second. Look, oh my god, I've broken my leg. Oh, what the fuck? Do it again. What the fuck? Right, we're gonna get a small invasion. When she decides to come out. Normally, there we go. So hostile. Don't know what a beef is. One with bones as well. No. He can piss off and all. Right, let's get to the key point now. This is why we have the crossbow. Pesky little flies. Don't worry about getting poisoned, it's so slow on draining anyway. Large time. Oh no, it's a large soul. Right, these are the things we're looking for. This is what we're meant to be coming down here for in the first place. These have a chance of dropping. A higher drop rate would be a large Titanite shard, or rare drop rate would be green Titanite shards. The different thing about it is when they drop them, they drop 5 at a time. So I think you only have to get 10. That should do us. Like big leeches, aren't they? To be fair, the drop rate is pretty rare. Bastard. Have to keep an eye on him as well. You can see here, one has dropped something. Oh, look at that. That's exactly what we're after, guys. The green titan. As you can see, we dropped 5 at a time. Got lucky. I'll finish these last ones off. If we don't get another drop, which is highly unlikely, I will do it off camera. Sure, you don't want to see me farming these big slimy turds. Large titanite. Oh my god, locked off. I think you just have to be a little patient as well. It will happen. Oh, take a little gap. This is where we're going to go up in a minute, but if we keep coming to the left here, another couple around here, but they are guarding an item. This will give us 1. We just need another 4. We're going to get a drop rate of 5 anyway. Run up here. Illusionary water here. Nice old twin humanity. Illusionary wall again. Now we're down here though, it's a great hollow, which we'll go into way further down in the game. But there is a bonfire. We're going to use this to reset the elements. And we're going to kindle it. Just the one so we can get 10. Going on with his leg, man. Right, so that is basically it. You go around that area there, ignore how we got in here in the first place, or when a little pear-shaped. All you've got to do, get past them 3 things, go down all the stairs, get on the little big hamster wheel, go down, get to the bonfire, you're done. In human form, kill Mildred. Then go straight out, straight across bonfire, straight across, turn left, find all the slugs, kill all them, come up here, find a bonfire, and reset as needed while you collect all your green shards. And that is basically it. This area, what I'm going to, well, it's not, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to farm the other 5 while we're off camera. So we'll catch you in a bit. Right then, as we can see here, we now have our 11 green Titanite shards. But along the way, because the first item that they actually drop is large Titanite shards. Well, we have 15, so we could always look into upgrading another alternative weapon later on. Main thing is we have our 11. Now, we have quite a lot of souls, so we are going to level up. We are only level 15 at the moment. Let me just check my stats. Right, we have the strength and dexterity that we want to be at. We want to take strength to 24, which is a base level. The Gravelord Sword. Endurance we want to increase. Just for now. And we definitely need some vitality. Really gives us a lot right now. But we are going to be gaining a lot more souls very shortly. We're now level 33. We're more or less doubled, not over, doubled our original level. The key thing is now we can wield Gravelord Sword. Not too bad on the old fatty roll. But we will be coming to that. We are more or less towards the end of our build. Well, the intro to becoming overpowered, because you are kind of overpowered really early. But there's a couple of things I want to do, which is going to complete this video. And then after that, I'll be doing my own thing with regards to the Grim Reaper build. For you guys who are starting out, you want to get overpowered early, remember you have different weapons now. Could have gone into strength a little more to get 34 and done a Black Halberd build. You've got the Zweihander and obviously Gravelord Sword, which we are going to be using now for the next part. Another thing we are going to do though, we could do it with 5. Could we? Yeah, I think we could. We're definitely going to get poisoned anyway. Just make your way over here. Keep to the right. Get out of this sticky shit. Being poisoned really means not a lot, and it only drains your health very, very slowly. There's nothing really worth worrying about, really. Now what we're going to do now, we are going to kill Quelaag. The spider with the big boobies. Remember the NPC we killed earlier on, the invasion? Matilda? We're now going to summon her. Mildred, sorry, Matilda. Keep getting the name mixed up. Good old Mildred. She'll do most of the DPS for us. All we have to do is stay out of the lava. And if you are going to face us dead on, go slightly to the right of her head. So when she does do her AoE swing, it should miss you. But it shouldn't take too long. Try and get to the right of her, if you can. And she killed me instantly. Point to note, stay away from we. What I might do, use one more. Get ourselves 10 Estus. We are going to get poisoned again, but it's nothing really to worry about. Birds. The birds. The big flies. Shit flies. Let's do it. Oh, I am actually going to do. I'm still fine. That's better. Get Mildred in. I mean, this run in total, it's not an exact science. Nothing really major to worry about, because if you die, just run back. Right, let's do this, sackhead. Come on, Mildred. Get stuck in. No, we don't want to do in that splash. Come on, hit him. Okay, well, at least we're making some progress here. Come on, Mildred. We're nearly done now. And that's it, guys. A nice bunch of souls as well. We are going to ring what would be the second bell. Not done yet. Keep running down. Now, there's a hidden wall here. Of a bonfire.
Oh dear. What have we here?
Are you a new servant? Yes.
I pray.
That just unlocks the bonfire, which we are going to rest at. I'm not going to go into that covenant and all the ins and outs of it. What we are going to do is down here. Now these are all places you wouldn't normally be now anyway. But we're not going to be here for long. Run across here. And through the fog gate. Now this is kind of another boss. But as you'll see in a few moments, it's very easy to do. A lot of people used to think, oh, it's a glitch, what you do. It's not. It's apparently it's intended. Don't need to go around this way. Come down here. Now this monstrosity is the Ceaseless Discharge. Can fight him here. He has no need to. Keep following it round. He won't attack you. But what's going to happen as soon as we pick these items up here, which we want, it's going to initiate the boss fight. Once we do it, all you need to do is, once you've picked it up, run to about here. What he's going to do is going to let out a flame attack. Once he's done going to do that, that's when we run. As you see, there we go. Wait by here. And then run. Keep left. Always monitor your stamina. And then run again. Keep left, down the steps. Watch your stamina. Release. And run again. All the way to the fog gate. turn around, and you can now watch. He'll jump now. See his hand here? Just keep wailing on that. And there you go. Done. It's more there. Yeah. Knew they're going to creep up on me. Let's grab beside some air. Oh, got loads of them. Probably lots of other things here we can get, but we're not going to get them right now. I knew he'd get me. Don't know if I'm going to be able to make this. I might be able to. Probably not. Don't think I'm going to be able to make it. I'll be very, very lucky if I do. Didn't really want to have to do that, but it is what it is. And we did it. And we only used one human, which is not too bad. Right, the next part is we're actually going to follow the normal progression route to a degree, and we need to find the blacksmith because we need to upgrade our fire weapon. Like I say, the main part of this is more or less over. You're only at level 33. You've definitely got some decent stats there. Definitely have an overpowered weapon. Well, a few overpowered weapons. Definitely some flexibility in choice. Is this anything new? No. It's not anything new, but hopefully the initial parts of this video does give any new player the chance of getting overpowered early with a very simple and easy to follow route. It just cuts straight through them. How many battle axes have I got now? You got no chance. I rip you apart like a butter. Oh, you bastard. Light the bonfire. We will rest. We will kindle it. Now, where are we going to go next? Let's bring him up here. Come on. Come on. Not bad. Come on, fire me. Ah, you missed. Have it. Well, he's going to come up anyway. Well, you know you want to come up. You want to go and play. Oh. He wants to come too. Okay, that's cool. And have it. Well, that didn't go to plan. We're all excited to see me, aren't we? There's somebody coming. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Get the archer up here. Oh, and whiffed it. Oh, we need to go back and get that. We'll instigate this. All you gotta do is, well, the bit of broken wall is walk to them, run back. Little trap. Then he'll come down and say hello. Can do now is a black knight down there. It was really early on in the game. It's a really hard enemy. We could get a backstab in. No. We hit him though, he didn't like it. Oh, he didn't like it. It's coming after us. Oh, come on. Yeah, you know you want to have a fight, don't you? Oh. No, you just didn't do that. You fucking bastard. I'm coming for you. Obviously not impressed about that at all. But you know, dip your finger in a pie, you're gonna get burned. Come in. Stay in. I'm not waiting. No. Don't. Dare throw them at me. Right, it's not funny now. We'll try again. Didn't like that. No, he proper didn't like that. Must have taken a fair old chunk off him. Was it 345? Oh yeah, he didn't like that. And he definitely won't like this. The next part isn't so easy. Now, this would lead to primarily what would be classed as the proper first boss, but we're not going to do that. We're going to go straight ahead. That would lead up there, by the way. We're going to go this way. We have the master key, so we're going to open it. Now, as you notice as well, if you wear certain amounts of gear and certain weapons, you do what's called a fat roll. I.e., it's really hard to roll, not like now. And Havel, our bugger, lives down here, and if you kill him, he'll give you Havel's ring, which I think is reduces carry weight by, is it 40% or like that? So having that does give you a chance to wear better gear. Have to stab away him because he's pretty a pain in the arse, and that's what you want to do. It's going to take a while, even with a weapon like this. Might be able to do it in 4. Oh, we did. So we should be able to wear all our gear now. As you can see, no fatty roll. A load of souls. I'm going to come back this as a show. You'll recognise where we are in a few moments. But we'll just grab this because we can. This is where we fought the original Black Knight, and we got the Black Knight halberd and the Grasscrest shield. If you go down there, down a little bit, that's where the Grasscrest shield was, which we've got on now. We're this time going to go up. There's an item down there. There is an item. We don't really need it anyway. All the way up here. Now I think just around this corner here there is a crystal lizard. Crystal lizards. Or a small little critter. And if you kill them, they normally drop crafting material or high level crafting material. There. Twinkling Titanite and large Titanite shard. We have loads of. Now we're going to get attacked around here by things. Call them what you want. Trees, ants. They's coming for you. They drop moss things. And that would cure bleed, and when we got toxic earlier on, there's a blooming one which is like purple and a white top. That would cure those situations that I got into. When we went to get the Gravelord sword, we had to run past the Titanite demon to get the Eye of Death. Now there is a Titanite demon in here, which we will be killing very shortly. He's easy to bypass, just run. Run up here. Now I kind of done everything in reverse, but here is Andre. What we are going to do, we're going to come up here. And we're going to use a bonfire. Let's go do some upgrading. Let's see what we can do.
Well, I might be very good.
In fact, I can't do it with him, can I? No. I have to go back to... Oh, I completely forgot. That's okay. Can't actually do anything here. Can we? Yes, we can. Sorry, yes, we can, because we've already done it. We've already ascended it into a great fire. Right. See how far we can go with this. I think that's as high as it's going to go.
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us will.
We are going to do now is down here. Should we level up? Let's just see how much damage we can do. Out of curiosity. Not too bad. And that's him down. What it does give us is Demon Titanite. Back up here.
Well, you need it.
Sure, there we go. We can take Gravelord sword up to 1. As far as I remember, you can't actually upgrade the hemmed outfit. No, you can't upgrade it. What we could do now is purchase. Don't know how many it's going to be. We'll buy 9. I'm not going to do that. I haven't got the MB yet, so we can't do that yet.
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go hollow.
Yeah, I bet you would, mate. What we are going to do now,
Well, you need it.
we are going to purchase the Crest of Artorias, which we'll come into later. Should we or shouldn't we buy the owl? Or we can, yeah, we will.
Don't get yourself killed.
Because of the build as well, we can use the item we already have. We're not going to be Golden Quayleg on this build, so we'll assume that. Level up, and we're going to put as much as we can into Vitality, which only gives us 20. Well, essentially, there's another two things I can do for invasion, things like that. But primarily, that is kind of the build finished. And it was us level 35. The next phase really would be to do a couple of things. We'd need to kill Sith, which we can go into another video. And then we would need to then go to New Londo Runes to get the key. Then we need to drain the place, and then we need to kill the 4 kings. And we need to speak to Kaith and enter the Dark Wraith Covenant for the invasion need. So that's basically it, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it or possibly learned something. Well, that is primarily the end of the video. And as we can see here, we kind of have a degree of build. There's a few other tweaks we need to do, but pretty, it's pretty decent DPS. It didn't take too long. There's a few, hiccups along the way, but that's it. It's Dark Souls. Nothing runs perfect, but hopefully the first part, which is the important part, you all understood. And you can use your bow and kill the skellies and make your way through, get the Rite of Kindling, get the weapon choices or the weapon variations that you want. There's definitely a choice of 3 here. We did happen to get the drop on the Black Knight Halberd, which is pure luck. But other than that, I think we did quite well. So, like I say, if you like, leave a like. If you've got any ideas or any ideas on another build we could always try out, leave a comment. Okay guys, I'm Splash, and we'll see you all soon.